Hello and welcome to Kedrick Builds. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Today we are going to be checking out Factorio Space Age. I'm so excited for this game for two main reasons. One, I love factory base building type games, but two, I played a ton of Factorio back in early access, and I was trying to remember how long it's been since I've played Factorio. And when I loaded the game up here, it had been so long that I was on a beta build or an early access build still. I didn't even come back and play it after it went 1.0, which means I've missed a ton of cool things from Factorio 1.0, and with Space Age coming out, they recommended that you should give it a fresh playthrough anyway. So that's what we're going to be doing today in this series. We're going to be live streaming our playthrough of this. And then I'm trying to decide still, we may try to do some video episodes as well, maybe take some chunks out of the playthrough here, or do like a summary at the end of every playthrough, so we have like a 30-minute episode for every 4-hour stream or so that I do. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but we're going to be starting a new game and experiencing all the wonderful things that Factorio has to offer. I think I'm going to try and record the replay. I don't know if this is going to cause us some problems or not. Hopefully I can turn this off later on if it becomes an issue, but we're going to jump right on in here into Space Age and see what it's all about. I'm going to take all the default settings. I want to play the game, I guess, as it was intended to be played, so to speak. So without further ado, let's jump on in here and see what it's all about. All right, well, we've got the standard crashed on a new planet mode here, and I'll be honest, I don't remember anything about this game. Looks like it's WASD to move around. We can salvage the ship. I think I'm right-clicking on it and get a little bit of stuff to get us going here. I don't honestly remember too much about it other than there were some achievements for trying to do things without manually crafting as much as possible, and I don't know, just a bunch of other achievements in the game that I never bothered to go after. So we're gonna be just taking it as it comes. I'm gonna collect a little bit of the spaceship wreckage here because I think it's gonna get me the components I need to get started. I can see on the map here I've got some resources right down below me. We've got iron ore as well as some copper, and then if I'm not mistaken right over here is coal and stone. So I've got everything I need to get started here. Let me push T and look at this research thing. Electronics seems really important. Steam power is going to be really important to get things going. So we're going to be working on that soon, but first we need to build. There we go. I have already in my inventory some key items, so I'm going to get these down on my bar here so that I can use them. I have a burner mining drill and a stone furnace to start us off, so I'm going to take my burner miner drill down here and we're going to toss it right here on this coal stuff, and then if I right click I should be able to get one piece of coal, and I'm gonna put that in here as fuel and see how far this gets me, and then what I want to do, and you know, in hindsight we're gonna take this back down. I put it in a poor spot. What we want to do is set these up so that they feed into each other, and I'm not sure. I'm going to put this back in there. We're going to keep it going. I'm not sure how to craft things. This is how far off we are on this. What's my crafting menu? Left click to build. Can I not craft these by hand? I thought I could craft some really basic items by hand to get us going. There we go. Craft 1, 2, 5. We're gonna click on some windows up here. Apologies, I thought that I just crafted them up. What button is my inventory? B is the blueprint library. I don't have any blueprints. I can't remember what my my inventory button is. This is, maybe we should have played the tutorial. I'm just gonna go through here and familiarize myself with the basic controls real quick. Oh my goodness, it's been 5 years since we played, and we're just learning here. Open, GUI. There's all kinds of hotkeys and buttons for individual things. I'm just looking for the button to bring up the danged inventory here. Character logistics, F1, character crafting is F3. Okay, so it's the F1 through 3 keys. So here's my crafting window, finally. My goodness, apologies folks, trying to figure this all out. And I don't have enough ingredients, I don't have iron gears, so we're gonna craft up a few of those with those plates that I found. And then, of course, I also need plates and a stone furnace to get that going. Can I get some stone real quick? And we're just going to have to take all of this stuff straight through the process, it looks like. And then I'm also going to have to get a little bit of iron going to start us off here. And I think I'm going to have to use the furnace to smelt this iron into something. Let me just make sure that's the case. Yes, I need to put that furnace down that we've got. So I'm going to just slap that down right here to start us off. And I'm going to put that iron in there. And then we're going to come over here. And how do I pick up all the coal on the ground there? Yeah, because it's pushing out into the ground instead of the chest that I always forget that we need to start off. Let's get a quick wood chest going. So we're gonna just grab a couple pieces of wood and then we can do a wooden chest right here. We're gonna need a few of these as time goes on. So I'm gonna slap that down right there. And already we've got coal coming into it. That's gonna be perfect. And then up here, we're just gonna start getting some of this iron moving, and all this manual stuff that I'm doing right now is just to get us started, and then we will get everything moving much more automatically very, very quickly in this game. So I'm trying to remember what else we needed. We needed these iron plates, which I've got now, and we're trying to build one of these, which I need an iron furnace, which is just more stone. All right. And the name of this game is Automate Everything, even more so, I feel like, than Satisfactory. Satisfactory, you could kind of get away with building some things manually, but in Factorio, you're very quickly going to get overwhelmed if you're not automating all the things. And what we want to do here is set up another miner here. How do I change its facing? All the controls, basic, rotate is R. Of course it is. That's actually quite logical. And so if I put that down and we grab all of this coal, I can just toss it in there. And eventually I'll get 4 of these going, or 3 of them at least, and they'll kind of feed into each other and keep them running for long periods of time. Now I just need to build a few more of these, get my iron supply moving, and what we'll do is actually start setting up proper factories right away here. That should be enough iron to get things moving. And I'm gonna need just a few more of these furnaces, so I'll grab a little bit more stone while we're waiting for that to cook up. And I'm gonna build a bunch more of these burner mining drones right out of the gate so that we can craft these. So I want to do this, which is gonna require furnaces. So let me do a furnace first. We'll get some more of these gears going. And Is that enough? I keep pushing tab to get into my inventory from other games here. We need one more iron plate, so let me get another piece of iron going here. And unfortunately, we're going to have a little bit of being a new player in this series as we get started. Because it's been so long since I've actually played this game. And we'll get there. We'll be back to being a proficient Factorio player after a day or so here. Completely ignoring chat. How you guys doing? SK, good to see you as always. Johnny, how you doing, man? I'm gonna feed most of this coal back into here, and that should be keeping this one full, and then all the excess is just going into my chest. There's a lot of daisy chaining of materials in this game. And I have pointed this burner down. Can I pick this back up? I can. There we go. What we're going to do is we're going to point this up, and I'm going to actually craft some belts here in a second. But first, we're going to stop pushing the wrong button, and we're going to get a box to start with. Eventually, we'll have belts, and we'll be running this stuff straight into machines. But just to get started here, I'm going to use a couple of boxes so that our stuff isn't getting spit out onto the ground. And I might as well cut down these handful of trees that are in the way, just so I can see what I'm doing as I run back and forth, stop crashing into things. There we go. And I'm just going to pick up, a bunch of coal to keep me moving. And let's pick this thing up because we're going to be making plates up here as soon as we get some more ore. And I'm going to see about... How do I want to do this? I should have left the box there. How do I clear... That's not what I wanted to do at all. How do I clear what I've selected to build? What I want to do is build some belts. And to build belts, I need plates and gears. So let me just put this back down and start building all this stuff. Boom, boom, done. Let's take a look at the research thing. In order to start automatically crafting things, I need to get to automation, which is my first goal. Steam power is great, electronics is great, but I haven't got copper up and going. I'm going to do the steam power research. I don't know how to actually do that. I think I might just need to have this number of things in my inventory because I don't have the research to build the building that will automate research packs yet. So there's a fair amount of manual stuff going on here at the beginning. And this is my iron ore. Now I've got plates. Let's go ahead and get a bunch more of this stuff moving forward. Thursday and Friday, I had nothing to watch on YouTube. I know how it goes. We were super busy here. The kid had multiple activities with Halloween being right around the corner. There's a bunch of trunk-or-treating and other stuff going on, keeping us busy. I'm going to build some belts. I'm going to build some of these burner inserters. What? We need to get to power as soon as we can. I have to actually put fuel in that. Maybe I won't be making those right out of the gate. We are going to focus on just getting more miners up and running so that we can keep everything moving nice and fast here. So if I just need lots of gears. We're going to make lots of gears real quick. And then I'm going to get a bunch of stone moving as well. Bulk crafting. That is a great tip. It says right click to craft 5, shift left click to craft as many as I can. See, great tips. Tips are already helping out. I'm going to make a bunch of stone furnaces next. I need to get a couple of these miners going down here because I'm already tired of crafting crafting this manually. We've got plenty of coal down there. So let's get this moving. There's 5 stone. Our very first thing we're going to do is put a miner drill right down here. And I'm going to get myself another box. And we'll put that right in front. Let's get it some coal. And I think we're almost done, where now the name of the game is going to be more running back and forth in between our machines that are already running. I'm going to steal this stack to feed that stack. And hopefully we've got not 5 yet. We're going to need more of these. What I should have done is centered this so I could have multiple things push into the same chest here. That's okay. And here we go. Let's keep the smelter moving. And now I can finally build another one of these. And look at that. We just finished some research. Steam-powered research finished. I'm going to go ahead and... oh, this is researched automatically when I do 10 copper plates. I see. I like it. So now I have steam research with engines and pumps, and I can get that set up over here in the water area and get that all moving. But before we do that, we need to just keep crafting some more of this stuff real quick. So let's see about that. Yeah, I've got a bunch more stone now. I'm going to change this around though. We're going to rotate it and have it point down. And then I'm going to have this one point up. And then I'm feeding from 2 chests into here. That'll get me more stone faster. And then I always just feed the coal into that end one. Take what we got. All right. Well, we might as well slap down some more of these. I'm going to need a lot more iron. And I always forget I've got a chest. I can't get it out of the miner itself. Let's keep this moving. And let's build some more things. So let's use our new gained knowledge. Right click. We'll build 10 of those. And then I can build 2 of these with what I've got. And 2 of those with what I got. We're going to get just a few more miners going. And then we're going to go set up this steam power. So let me think about this. I think what we'll do is take this one down and rotate it to here. And then I will put that one into there. And let's have both of these feed in like so. That'll be just a little bit more efficient until I get belts up and running for everything here. All right, one more piece of stone. We'll get a furnace up. And let's see what we need to build this. We need stone and a bunch of pipe in order to build a boiler. And I think it's... the boiler then feeds a certain number of steam engines, which requires a lot of iron components. Pipe is made out here, just from straight up iron plates. All right, perfect. So we'll keep the ore machine going here. We're gonna keep grabbing some plates. I'm going to go grab some stone since we need some of that. Oh, that's beautiful. We're getting a lot of stone in here now. And the coal to keep up with it all. There we go. I'll do one more quick reload on that. And let me see what we have now. I need a single boiler. And this is going to consume some fluids. I'm going to get a single pump. And I'm going to build a few more of these. I'm just trying to think about how this is going to work. I'm going to put the boiler over here. I'm going to put the pump over here. And then did I get the engines? I don't think I did. Let me grab an engine. And we'll put an engine down here. That is lots more of these materials. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to just keep making some iron here real quick. And I'm definitely not in a speed running capacity on this yet. You know, there's going to be people that are way more efficient at this out there, but I'm excited to be learning how this all works again. Let's see, offshore pump. I think this is a good spot to build our setup. And we're going to have a boiler where the water comes in. And I think I can even set these right up next to each other. And what happens is water comes in and then water goes out. So if I start that off, and then we can have steam off of this side. I think that's how it works. So this is going to be bringing in, yeah, steam out. So water comes in, steam goes out. I'm not hooked up to any kind of a power grid yet because I haven't researched how to make power lines. So I was gonna take this coal out, but it doesn't look like it's actually consuming it because there's nowhere for anything to go. The output is full, so that's good for me. Let's get some copper stuff made up here. I'm going to just keep building these gears, and we will get some research going so that I can actually build all the things that we need for that to be useful. And we just keep tossing iron in here. I should make another one of these while I'm thinking about it. I'll make one more of those. Okay. I'm going to just put down a couple more of these so that we're... I got to figure out how to clear my mouse. We're going to need more coal. Back down here to the coal. I have to say they really took it easy on us by having all of the main resources that we need right here. I'm going to take that stack out too. And we can get all 3 of these running now. Okay, so now I'm making loads of iron plates. And what we need to do is get a miner down here on our copper to get started with. So I'm going to just put one of those down right now. And we're still dealing with needing all the stuff. I'm out of coal again, though. It's one of those things you fill everything up and realize you should probably leave just a little bit of these resources in your inventory for the next build. That's okay. We will put it in the wrong machine, get this going, and I think this one will actually be copper once we get everything done. I need to figure out how to turn on the showing of what's inside of something. Show insert, there's alt mode. Is it that I hold alt down to see what's inside? Yeah, there we go. Alt mode. And that way I can actually see what's in everything, which makes my life a little bit easier when we're running around doing stuff. We're gonna top that off, get all these plates out of here, and we're gonna grab a little bit of this copper ore now as well and start making actual copper plates. There we go. Doing good. And we might as well keep all of these moving. Alright, so with that out of the way, what we need to do is build a few more of these. And I'm really hoping that all these burner drills that I'm using I can actually use to make something else with eventually. I am going to need a lot of those. And my next research was copper plates, if I'm not mistaken. So we have to keep things going. Now, I ran out of mineable resources here. So this is a thing in Factorio, is as you finish a resource area, the stuff underneath it, it needs to get moved somewhere else so that it'll keep mining. We've used up all of those materials. That's 8 copper sheets. We need 2 more in order to finish this off. That's going. And here we go. All right, 2 more sheets. We'll get the next research. I'm gonna just grab what I can out of some of these. That's probably enough limestone in my inventory. Grab some coal. Our electronics is finished, which means we're now into crafting the item lab so that we can do normal research. Now, my plan is to build the starting factory right here in between the lake. If you look at the map, can I look at the map? Yeah. Right between this lake and the resource nodes, we're going to start our base right in this area, I think. So let's take a look at what we've got. We've got a new building, which is this, and I wish it would craft, even though I need the iron gears. I wish it would just start crafting the iron gears. There must be a recipe or something that I can unlock for that. Craft some of those so that I can make some of these. And then here we go. We've got electric power poles, which are super useful. And we have inserters now that are electricity based, so I can start doing all the normal factory stuff. All right, this is awesome. This is where the game really gets going. I'm gonna grab all of our plates as long as I'm back here for a second, just so I have enough resources in my inventory to build all of these things. And we will come back up here and get our power poles going. I'm gonna put power poles down here. This is a pretty common thing that I need. And then I'm going to also put our new inserters down. Whoops. I don't yet fully understand the way the new inventory system works. I am gonna have to obviously do some experimentation here soon. I'm trying to think also the best way to get power going here. I just have to put it somewhere nearby and it'll automatically hook up to this thing. And then as you can see, it's not very far that I can get with an individual power pole for the starter stuff. But I am gonna run power down here to our other base so that we can start automating things. It's a little far, it's not that far, but we do need power to do pretty much everything. I think I can, I don't know what shift does. It puts down a ghost symbol there. We're gonna need more though. So let's build up 3 more stacks of that. And I just wanna make sure that we've got this all set up. It's working and it's gonna generate 900 kilowatts. I can put another one of these down, I'm sure, as well. So let's do that. And that'll get our boiler working again. I'm gonna top the boiler off. And I'm just looking at available power, power output. Yeah, I'm not sure how many of those I'm gonna be able to stack up just yet. We'll do some math on all of that as it becomes more of a concern in future sessions. I don't think that I'm gonna have any problems running out of power today. All right, so here we go. We've got this done. Now I'm gonna do is put down some of these stone furnaces, and I'm gonna have the factory for this run left and right. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them to start with. And I need to build belts. So belts are here. I guess that's one of the other things that I'm going to need a lot of. So I'm going to move these down here. I want my belts in first, and then I want to move them here. Why can I not adjust what's on my toolbar here? This seems very unfortunate. I want this to go there. Why is it locked? Middle click to clear shortcut. Okay. There we go. I don't have any of them, so I couldn't just move it around on my bar. Build a few of these and put them down on the secondary bar. All right. And now is the time. Let me see if I can build a different kind of miner. No. Now is the time to clean this up, though. And we're going to pick up these miners that are all out of fuel. I'm going to pick these 3 up. And what we're going to do is start to set up an actual legitimate belt system here. So we're going to get all of these going the same way. And I'm going to run my belts. I need to move these trees. And the belts are going to come right up in front of these furnaces. Let me think about how this works again. In this game, I've got inserters that I need to run off of the belt and into a furnace. So we're going to do it like so. I need a bunch more of these. So let me figure out what that's going to require. Electronic circuits, which requires copper cabling, which requires other stuff. Start producing electricity power for steam power. We just got an achievement here. Exciting times. Let me go ahead and start our coal power off on all these. We'll be getting to automation here in no time. I'm excited. I'm going to have this continue all the way to right here. That way we can maximize how many of these miners I can put down. And then let's build ourselves some more of these inserters real quick. I guess I did forget that I need a few of these for copper as well. We'll deal with getting an automated setup for copper done shortly, but right now I'm gonna just toss this in there manually. We need lots more fuel. We've been running around doing stuff and I don't have enough coal to keep all these machines going. We'll set a stack off in each of these. Should be more than enough for starting out. And we need electronic circuits so that I can build inserters. And the faster I can get this all automated, the faster we can stop building all of this stuff by hand. And I'm going to put all of these inserters on the right-hand side. I'm just going to kind of try to keep it consistent. And then I'm going to put my power poles in the middles of the areas like this. That's going to leave that one out. We'll overlap a bit. Perfect. I've got to figure out what the button is to deselect what's on my cursor. I can just push the same button again, I suppose. We need lots of coal, though, to get this all going. I put all the coal in the copper machines. So we're back down here already again to load this up. It'll be nice once I have tons of coal and I don't have to worry about this. I can feed the coal up into these machines on a belt as well once I get inserters that can pull off. I could also only put iron ore on one side of the belt. I could put coal on the other side of this belt. That's another option that I could look into here. So we'll have to consider that. Let me split this off of each of these just to get enough coal to kind of start things off. There we go. Now I'm at least getting a ton of iron moving here. And similarly, I'm going to split some of the coal out of these existing machines just so that I have more iron plates getting made. Now that I've got a decent supply of iron coming into my inventory, I should be able to craft everything up here that I need to get this stuff moving without having to do so much stuff by hand. I do need a bunch more copper, though, to keep all those inserters productive. So we're going to grab that while I'm thinking about it. I'll leave my alt mode on. I think it's a little bit more intuitive when you can see what you've got in your chests. And we need to build a bunch of those. In fact, I want to build as many of those as I can. And then we'll build some electronic circuits afterwards. And then we need to build some inserters after that. And here now it is finally building the thing that I need so that I don't have to do it manually. All right. Now to do this, I need to craft an item lab, which is a new building I haven't done anything with yet. So I'm going to go ahead and queue one of those up so that we can get the research cranking, because this game is all about moving that tech tree forward and continuing to automate more and more of the factory. I'm gonna feed my iron in there, and oh voila, we can now make research red packs, which all the stuff that we need to build now is going to be based on these research packs. Perfect. Well, let me go ahead and bring this science lab out here. And I'm going to just stick it down here somewhere. Get rid of this window. We just need to make red science packs. Where do we do that at? Right here. Copper plates and iron gears is the focus for that. So we will get that going. What we need to do is get a little factory like this going for the copper, because doing everything manually down here is slowing us down. So we're going to focus on that next. And I'm just thinking about where we're going to want to bring that. I'm going to be bringing that belt right up here, and we'll build the copper facility somewhere up similar to where we're at. I've got a weird icon here. What does this mean? No mineable resources. All right, that's fine. We're trying to use all this stuff up. And what is this? This is not a mineable resource. Okay, perfect. So this belt is going to come over there, and we can start him right back off. Let me grab all of these materials now, and I'm ready to get this going. It tells you how much ore is underneath your miner when you set it down. So I'm going to try and clean up this little bit of stuff that we've got. Why can I not? I don't have any iron plates somehow. How does that happen? We're making tons of iron plates now. Guess we've just used them up faster than I anticipated. Put some coal back into there and get all the iron plates. This game is a whole different game after you get to a certain tech level where you can make little drones that do most of the monotonous work for you. I am trying to make a handful of burner miners. There we go. We're going to make a few more inserters and a bunch more belts. And I'm just going to put these down right here and here. And then I'm going to slap down some belts. And the belt is going to run this way to start. And then it's going to run up here. I'm just going to keep moving these woods. I've got new entity pipette. Use Q to put the select entity in your cursor. When you use to in remote view, goes to the selected entity. All right, so I can select something nearby by pushing Q. And then, yeah, here's what I was talking about. I can do my coal and my resource in the same belt. So we'll probably set something like that up for the early game here. And there's lots of different things. Inserters. We've got different kinds of chests. I can drag electric poles. Oh, I forgot about that. That's great. And then it'll do coverage as it's close to things that need coverage. And I can replace things going in different directions. Ah, I love this tip system. It's like just enough to show me the things that I'm missing that I might not know about. So I'm going to bring another setup over here for our copper plates. And I'm just trying to think about this. If I do it here, and then I have a 1, 2, 3... I've got to put the outputs back down somewhere. So I'm going to leave some extra space here. Like this. And that way I can output on one side. I could output on one side and output on the other side. I wonder if I would ever want to run the same material on both sides. I don't know that I would. So what we're going to do is have all my iron output there, and then have all of my copper output on this next belt over, and then we'll do something with it somewhere else after the fact. Which means this power pole's about to be in my way, I think. Maybe not. Right here is where I'm going to bring in my copper ore. And we will have inserters that come in like so. I think that's going to work. We're figuring this all out as I go. I keep dropping buildings in the wrong spots. Alright, so that looks good. And then I just need some power poles to keep all of this stuff running. And I need a belt of copper ore run up here. So let's get that going. I need belts in order to belt anything. So we'll start that. Let me make sure we're keeping coal topped off here. And we might as well get the copper ore started. Alright, and I've got the belts now. Can't reach, I'm too far away to build that. And now all I need to do is cut down some trees. Turn my belt around, run it up here. Alright. There's a tree in the way. Is it that one? Alright. So many trees. And now we've got copper moving in. I need a bunch more of these to output onto the belt. The same down here. And unfortunately, my power poles don't quite cover both. I should have left one space in between them so that I could power them. In fact, let's do it. We're going to move all of this stuff real quick because now's the time to do it. We're still learning about factory design here. This stuff to all go away. Nope. Pick this stuff up, and we're gonna run our output belt this way. Perfect. And at some point I'm gonna need to figure out how to balance all of this stuff. So that we have like solid full belts instead of only one side of our plate belts. But right now, that's not a major concern for me. And we will just put those back down. These are my outputs. And then I'm gonna need inputs. And I'm gonna need a belt up here with the ore now instead. I'm not gonna take it all the way back to straighten that out, but I am gonna bring it back to about here and bring this up to there. And now we should be pretty good. This one, everything's running out of fuel. That's my bad. We need to start automating some of the coal delivery here probably. But before we get to that, let's just refill it manually one more time. Keep these going. I do like that the items in my inventory seem to auto-stack when I split out of them. So you always have the least amount of stacks possible in your inventory, even when you as the player are doing awkward splitting of resources. I suppose I should get some of the copper furnaces moving. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that. We will run all of these. And then, much like the other side, I'm gonna need some power poles over here, I think, to handle everything. Perfect. Alright, now I've got all this. Is it F? Yeah, I can use F to pick up off of the ground, so I can just stand in between these and get all the plates that I need to do a little bit of construction. And now I can craft up a bunch of these, and we can get to automation finally. So, oops, wrong button. Research is there. I need to figure out how to build automation so that I don't have to keep crafting this stuff. So this is what we're going to start the research on. That's going to require 10 red science packs. So I'm going to toss the couple I've got in here. That's going to get going. And I want to look at my power grid here somewhere. I see my production and consumption ratings. My fluid ratings, so I'm producing a lot more than I'm using, I think. Buildings, pollution, yeah, that'll be a problem eventually. But I don't see power grid in there anywhere. Can I click on this? There we go. Satisfaction, everything's satisfied, and our production looks great, I guess. I think we've got 20 kilowatts and we're using 1.8. I'm not sure how to read this. We'll get there. We'll get there, folks. The important part is we're getting resources and we've got science moving. We're making these science packs by hand, which is really inefficient. So we need to start to get production lines set up to handle that. So let me look at that. I guess we can't get production lines for that until we finish this automation research, because that's the important research for automating things. What we can do is come down here and make sure, yeah, this is what I thought, that we have fuel in all of these. So that one's out of resources. We're going to put a little bit of fuel here and here. And I really want to get to electric miners so that we don't have to keep monkeying with fuel over time. We're not that far away from that, I don't think. Control can bring a whole stack over for us, so that's great. And let's just top off our coal on these two so I don't have to keep thinking about it. We could use a whole lot more of these iron nodes, but I don't want to start putting a ton of them down until we have the next tier. We're almost there. In fact, if we look at science, I'm kind of curious to see what's next. How do I in queue research? There we go. It'll automatically start doing the electric miners next. And then we need some other cool technologies like this underground belts and splitters to really start doing good things with our factory. So I'm going to get that queued up for after the electric miners. And then what else do we need? Fast inserter? That doesn't seem like a super necessary technology. Green science is a maybe soon. Radar? I feel like green science is probably going to unlock a lot more stuff for us. I'm going to put it in the list. I can always move these around after the fact. I've been making a ton of these red science packs, though, so I've got enough to keep us moving for a bit. And what I want to do... Oh, we researched a technology using automation science packs. Another great technology unlock for us, or another, what do you call it, achievement. I'm going to fill these up with all this ore that I've got in my inventory. We mined it, we might as well use it. And then I'm going to stand here and get a bunch more plates real quick again, just so that we can keep doing our research. And then we've got long-handed inserters, which can jump over an additional space. That's going to be useful here eventually. Did we just unlock those? Oh, we did. Perfect. Well, now we can start really doing cool things. I need assembly machines post haste, so let's go ahead and get 5 of those crafting. Lots of sub-components there. I'm going to craft a handful of these afterwards just to make sure I've got some in my inventory. And what I want to do is figure out the best way to get this red science stuff automated as one of our next steps. So I've got a bunch of these assemblers, and we're going to kind of come over here a little ways and play around with this before we start doing too much. We got the automate of this achievement. And assemblers can handle making different things. To make red science packs, though, I'm going to need iron gears and copper plates. So I'm going to need to make iron gears, requires iron plates. This is all very straightforward. So in order to get red science packs, let me think about what orientation our factory is going to be in. I know I'm making this stuff this way, but I kind of envisioned sending it north and south and then having my factory lines break off to the right and left. So as an example, let me just play around with this a little bit. Maybe I want to do this way. That way I can keep expanding my lines. We're going to do that. I'm going to run this belt. I'm going to change this belt's direction as well as this belt so that all my materials come out and get run up here. And now I have splitters, so let me build a few of these splitters. No, we're doing the research for those soon, so I'm not going to worry about it just yet. But I'm going to run my copper out and up. I'm going to run my iron out and up, but we're going to need more. We're running out of everything. I'm going to leave a space in between these in case I need to do something. I don't even know. And I'm going to get the underground version of these here in a second, but These are going to run up here then. And if I want to build science packs, I'm going to do it right over here. So let me grab the automation and put that down right here. And we're just going to slap a row of these down like so. This is going to be bringing in... I'm going to put a splitter or something in here. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. Like that. This is my raw resources coming in. Oh, we're like out of everything. I can't wait to get automation set up to make all of these components. And these are going to make the gears that we're short on, because we need iron gears for everything else. All right. And then we're also going to be needing, what do you call it? I need more space in between these belts. Or I could split to the other side, but let me just run this over here. What I'm thinking is if I have a splitter and I split a resource over here, then I can have room to put one of those underground things and have it pop up over on this side. Like that. And then... I have an idea in my head, and I'm not vocalizing it right now because I'm not sure exactly what I'm trying to do, because I'm not able to run the resources like I'd like. I think what I want to do is have long-handed inserters put the finished product back on this belt, and that will be alongside some copper plates that I'm going to have running in up above here. So I'm going to back this off, and we're going to leave myself a little bit more space until I figure out how all this like main bus type stuff is supposed to work again. I've got lots of iron, lots of copper. We're going to pick a little bit up and get it all run up into these machines. And I'm just waiting for the electric miner to get done here. And the reason it's not done, I'm just now realizing, is because I'm short on science packs. What is this? Fast belt bending? Press R while dragging. Oh, okay. Their tips are actually super helpful. So here I can click on where this one is, and then it's going to auto drop the things down for me, which I love. But I'm going to put poles in the middle of each of those. I'm going to stick... That's a bad place for a pole. I'm going to stick a pole right there. And as soon as I get the iron feeding up, we should be good to go. It helps to remember to put the science packs in the machine if you'd like it to do research for you. Former Trio Man, how you doing? I know you sent a message 5 minutes ago. I have been so laser focused on figuring out what the heck I'm doing in this game. I am the worst live streamer on the face of the planet, I'm pretty sure. Not so good at following along with things live. I should probably just stay in my lane and stick to the videos, but this is more fun. So let me see, what else do I need to do here? We need iron plates to make gears. I think I need multiple iron plates, so let's do this manually for a second, just to make sure that these things are actually going to work. I'm going to put a few of those in each side of this, and then what I want to do is take my belt across the way here. Of course, we need more of everything for belts as well. Let's try that. Let's make sure we're keeping the research machine going. This is the wrong window to be coming into for what I keep trying to do. What does F3 is the crafting window. F2 is the crafting window. Okay, they're both the same right now. I need iron gears. I need inserters. I need iron gears. We need everything here to do this. We've made iron gears so that I can actually get some of these long-handed ones working. And there's my electric mining drills. So I'm going to get 2 of those built right now. 1 for each of the main resources so that at a minimum, we're keeping up with that. And I'm going to use this opportunity to switch what's in my hotbar so I don't accidentally keep putting down the wrong ones. And then I'm also going to move power over to there. I'm going to put these down. And we're going to make some more of the basic inserters. All right, perfect. So, gears are going to come back out and go onto this belt. That is the goal here. And then I'm going to have a set of assemblers on the top here that are going to make my research. Red research. Perfect. And then I just need yellow inserters here to grab those resources. Like this. And then I'm going to output them on the other side. And we're going to do a super ghetto setup for that by making one of these research buildings. Not enough ingredients. I think that means I just don't even have enough raw materials to have it craft the things that I don't have in my inventory. So I'm going to grab a bunch of these copper plates and a bunch of these, and now I can make it. All right. Did I finish? I haven't finished logistics yet because this is just not going fast enough. Logistics is kind of the thing holding me up from not having to continually do a bunch of this stuff by hand. I guess I could have built this whole thing on the other side where I didn't have to go across a belt, but, you know, where's the fun in that? I am going to put one more of these assembler setups right over here while we're waiting. Like this. And then I just need to get rid of finally this one, which is no longer drawing resources. And my goal here is to run a belt of coal up to myself and be able to start manually feeding, or not manually feeding, but automatically feeding coal in. So I'm going to rip that out, and we're going to put a belt down in front of this one now. And we're going to belt that straight up to the other line here in a second. Let's keep the factory going, though. Actually, these are no longer necessary. Didn't we do the electric ones? We did, so this is electric, and it covers a wider area, including the space underneath the belt. So I'm going to put one down here and one down right here, because that'll cover this node. And then we need, obviously, the power to keep all of this moving forward. So let's get rid of these trees that are always in my way. That looks good. And then I'll probably need to build a few more of these at some point. I'm going to bring my power line down over here, though, so that I can do the same thing with the copper. And if I put this down here somewhere, this one's already used up everything it has. Let's look here to build this. I need a lot of iron. Iron plates, here we go. There they go. It always helps when you actually build it though, so I'm going to build 2 more of these drills and I'm going to slap them down right down here and get rid of this last burner miner drill. I wonder if there's some way to salvage these old buildings for materials after you've had them down for a while. I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to put one of these down here and I'm going to have them overlap pretty close to each other like this, just to use up all of this resource right there, and then eventually I'll create some really nice patterns to get all of this going. But for the time being, this will get us moving forward. And I need to keep the research moving manually until we can get everything ready. Oh, we forgot to put a belt down. Belts is one of the next things I need to automate so I can just run over and pick up a huge stack of them whenever I want. And these also need to get converted over to electric miners at some point here. I'm not quite ready to deal with that. I guess I've got plenty of coal in my inventory, so I can just keep all of these machines going. Instead of doing it this way, I think there's an easier way to do this. I think I can do it like this, Control-click, and just top off everybody with what I've got in my inventory. Didn't have enough to keep them all going, that's okay. Let me grab some more raw materials, and we will craft up as many of these science packs as I can, just to... We got to get to this last bit of research here. And if I can keep this moving with the plates, this is all going to make our lives easier, it looks like. So I will seed these in and we'll get that going with some plates as well. We can actually already start automating our production even though I don't have all the right inputs everywhere. There it is. We're making science packs the automatic way. 8 more of these should be enough. I can't remember, this thing only required 15 seconds times 20. So it requires 20 of the science packs total, it looks like, is how I'm reading that. And my idea here was to have these feed directly into one of these to start out with. And then eventually we'll upgrade to having like a belt and multiple science stations doing the research so it goes faster. Maybe we want to just start off with that because otherwise this is going to take far too long. So I'm going to have all of our science bring it back over here. And then I can set up the science right out of the gate. That's where our main belt is going to come through. So I'm going to want to do this over here. Just trying to plan out where different parts of this base are going to end up without knowing it or remembering exactly how everything works yet. We're just short on everything. I'll put a power pole down over here though. And there we go. We've got more stuff. You can transfer between labs. Oh, that's super handy. I don't remember being able to do that in the past. We've got our splitters unlocked, which is going to save us a lot of pain and agony here. So let's get this going. We need a bunch of iron plates. And I can now build underground belts. I can build splitters. I need iron plates and copper. Let's keep collecting here. All right. Get another set of those, another set of those, and a bunch of these. So what I'd like to do now is, if I can think about this, get all of my belt stuff going on the same thing right here. So I'm going to clear this stuff off for a moment. We're going to get undergrounds going. We're going to get splitters going. And then I want... I can't actually put them on my belt if I don't own one, apparently. We're going to get some of these built real quick. Real quick being a relative term, apparently. Come on, come on. All right, I'm going to have my splitter or my inserters all show up over here. And then I will have my production building down here. I don't need the chest on my hotbar anymore, so let me just get one of these made so that I can get this all sorted out here. This is going to go away, and then we will have assemblers down here. All right, everything's starting to look good. Let's start bringing in our science. I've missed one thing in all of this. I forgot the power lines need to be down here somewhere. Let's put power lines, oops, right down there. And our whole power grid just went down, I suspect, because of a lack of coal. Let's make sure I've got coal in my inventory before I run all the way back up there. I knew it was going to happen eventually. We just didn't get there fast enough. Ah, out of the way, trees. All right. Coal acquired all the way back up to the top. We need electric furnaces too. That would be a nice unlock for us soon. I wonder where that's at in the grand scheme of things. Alright, we've got science automated. So I'm going to nab this other science lab, and I'm going to put this right down next to it with a inserter going from one to the other. And I'm going to put a power pole there. That did not cover this, but what I'll do is I'll put it here. And we'll run this belt one step farther. Alright, that looks good. Now, let's get this automated finally. This is where I'm going to split off my iron plates from here. I'm going to run an underground to there. I'm going to run an underground to here. I'm going to need some more of everything. Let's get more of everything. I need splitters and lots of iron plates, copper plates. This is going to split my copper plates, and then I need to split off, or I need to go underground with that. So let me build a few of each of those. Underground to here. And now I've got both the copper plates and the iron gears on the same belt for making more red science packs. As you can see, my science situation is abysmal right now. I'm going to use the cool Q trick to get another one of these down. And let's just bring these belts one step farther so that I can pipe the resources I need up into here, pipe them back out into here, and of course run a power line over to here, and we'll put a power line right there, which should cover everything for us. We're gonna make one more set of our red science packs here. I think that'll keep up. This is all looking good. And we finally got what seems to be the starts to a factory. The next thing is going to be to start getting our coal run so that we're being a bit more efficient with that. But honestly, I don't know if I want to bother running coal. Let's see where we've got some different machines here. Do we have... How do I search in here? There's my search. Furnace. Electric furnace is here. Electric furnace requires steel processing. Okay, let me... Can I in-queue this? I can't. We'll in-queue that. And then that gets me to this, which I can in-queue. That is my desired path. So I will be able to start working on the green research packs while we're researching the steel that we're going to need to do to make the upgraded furnaces. I'm going to just move my phone out of my pocket so it doesn't drop on the floor and bust into a million pieces. I've done that once before in my life. Not a good day. All right. I've got a very basic setup here for our iron and copper. We're not balancing our belt super well at the moment, but what we can do to fix this problem is coming out of here. I believe the way that we do this is we put that down and then I cycle this in, and then I'll have iron on both sides of that belt. And since iron and copper are kind of our core resources, I'm going to do the same thing here, and we're going to have a full belt of both iron and copper available to pull off of further down the line here. Now, oh, that's going to cause me problems right here. Hang on. Stop. Nope. Oh, we've wrecked the line. Luckily, I can just clean up lines by walking right over it like that. And if I only wanted material coming out on one side, like we've got right now, what I need to do is split this like this. No, I need... I need to do something just a little bit different than that. I'm trying to think about this for a second. I mean, I know that's what I need to do, but if I do this just a smidge different, I think I need to have one extra belt out the side like this, and then when I come into it from the side like here, it'll only feed in on the bottom. That's what we need to do. All right. But before we deal with that, we are already out of coal up here again. My goodness. So hopefully I didn't bring any with me like an idiot. We're using more and more power now that we've got all these machines going. I'm going to have to finally expand our power plant up here. So we're going to go do that real quick. Alright, here's that. Let's seed this with some coal. And let me just bring this coal line that we started up a little bit farther. Not sure this is the best place to bring this all the way up here. Hang on, let me rethink my life for a second. We'll bring it up to there. And then we'll just get the power back on so that our research keeps going. and we'll come up with a better setup for a lot of this. So now we're already into researching the steel processing, and I have green science packs all set up here, which just uses our belts and our inserters. So those are the two next things I wanted to get set up anyway. What I wanted also was some of the steam engines and stuff here. I think I can run quite a few more of those, but we're gonna have to gather some materials in order to do that. So I'm gonna come down here and just grab what I can. Get some of this copper too while I'm at it. And of course it helps if we're trying to keep our science going if we hook all of the assemblers up to the belt. Like so. I had a couple more of these science packs in my inventory. Just gotta keep the machines flowing here. Alright. That is looking much better. Did I run electric for our copper down here? I did. So next up is I need to convert these guys over to electric. So I'm gonna build 5 of these just to have some in my inventory. And as long as I'm building stuff, I'm gonna build a few more of these assemblers. I'm gonna tear these 2 down, and we're gonna slap down these electric miners. I should have just done them a couple at a time, unfortunately. Got ahead of myself. I'm gonna make sure that the stone keeps processing. And yeah, all these guys seem to be in great spots. One of my goals is to make sure that we're keeping the factory somewhat productive here. The next thing I need to build somewhere is these inserters. So let's look at what they require to be built. This is iron gear. We need an electronic circuit factory here, which is going to be iron plates and copper cables. Iron plates aren't a big deal. The copper cables we do need to make. So that means I'm going to need copper plates and iron plates coming off onto a belt. And man, I already forgot. Before we get into that, though, we're going to need to get this power situation solved. So let's do that. Let's get coal run up here before we get ahead of ourselves too much. So I will start running this straight down like so. We're running out of belts. I've got advanced material processing is what I had queued up next, but I don't have all the things necessary for that yet. So I'm going to do the research for fast researchers next. And oh, I don't know. We'll need all of this stuff eventually. So I'm going to enqueue all of this and then move this down the line for a bit. That way we can keep the research moving while we monkey around with all of our other stuff. What research buildings do we just get? Steel. Steel's over here. And it's made in a furnace, requires a bunch of iron plates. Okay, not a big deal. What we're gonna do is get one furnace up and going doing that. And I'm gonna just stick it right down here. And we're going to old school this just to get me started. I need more resources. Get some of these making. Get coal. I need coal for everything. We were going to put an electric drill down there, and we haven't gotten back to that yet. All right, this is going to start making our steel that we need to knock out a handful of things, and we're going to come back down here before we get too sidetracked and put down a number of these electric miners, like so. And then I need just a few more belts to get the coal over here to us. Like that. Let's run... Oh, I'm going to need more power too. Let's run some power down here. That will do it to there. Get a few more of these being made. Oh, I can't wait till we get our drones up and running. Okay, that should cover all of those machines. And this is going to cover all of that. I should have coal coming up here on all 4 of those now. Great. Now I just need to keep everything else moving. I'm going to come up here and grab some of these gears away from my science. My science is backing up right now, and I need lots of gears to make pretty much everything. All right, looking good. Now I need to get my coal up to the top, so there we go. Lots of belts. Let's run it up there. Or let's run the coal line down so I know roughly where this needs to be. Coming down. Oh, we ran out. Keep going. Oh yeah, I should just run this the other way. Let's do that. This'll work out better, I think, in the long run. And I can collect all of these belts. A little bit of coal in the inventory never hurt. And I'll have to chop down just a handful of trees, no big deal. I think deforestation is a big part of factory games usually, for better or worse. Okay, and up here like so. Getting hung up on all the trees today. Alrighty, we got it. Now, as soon as this starts cranking coal out without my interaction, we should not have these power problems anymore. So this should be my last run up here to refill this boiler and get our factory moving again, because we're going to put down one of these guys, and we're going to make sure he's got power. So I'm going to put that there. I'll put one of those there, and we should be good to go. Now, one of these, how does this work out? How do I bring up the Factoriopedia here? This should tell me everything I need to know about different items. This pumps at 1200 per second. And then if I look at the buildings here, the boiler consumes 6 per second, and it outputs 60 per second of steam, and one of these consumes 30 per second. Oh, interesting. For some reason, I thought that this worked, that I could do like longer stretches of steam engines. Maybe I can only do 2 per boiler now. Maybe some of this stuff has changed since back in my day. I'm gonna have to do some more research here, but as I'm reading it right now, at least, we're kind of stuck in with what we've got. Now, this is not bringing in... Target is full. What happens if I do this? Okay, it only stacks up so many. That's fine. It's working. We got technologies going left and right down here, which is exactly what we wanted to see. And we're going to grab some more resources now and keep building the cool stuff. All right. We're good there. Iron is a thing that we could use some more of, apparently. What I'm trying to do is clean up this top row of iron everywhere that we're at, just to make sure that we have like a nice clean line here. We don't miss any of it. And then eventually I could just put down a bunch more rows of these electric miners. We're not quite to a point where I need to bother. This is a lot of stone in my way. I'm not going to monkey with it just yet. But what I am going to do is set up these splitters like we did in the other area there, so that I'm getting full belts of ore coming up from the miners. I think that that will be beneficial to us eventually, as I want to start adding a bunch more furnaces up on the top end there. Although, because I tried to make 5 at a time, my inventory is all messed up. Now, the next thing I need to do is set up these electric circuits. So, electronic circuits required the iron plates and copper plates, that's right. So we were going to be doing that right up here somewhere. I'm going to need some of these underground belts as well. You know what? Instead of doing underground belts every time I come to a new resource, how about I make the resource be the underground belt? Like this. I think I did that wrong. Hang on. Oh, I can't go that far. Okay. I can go this far. Is that working? That's working. Perfect. And then these, oops, we're pushing all the wrong buttons. I did it again. R, there we go. And come up like so. Alrighty. Our power is stable. Our mining factories are doing their thing. Let's build another one of these electric miners to get us going. On a little bit more iron here. Put that one down right here. And this is all looking good. So what we can do is I could expand this a little bit if I needed to. I don't know how much. Yeah, I'm not having a lot of iron ore in there. We're backing up a little bit now that we've got the next miner. I could start building some more of these is my point, but I don't think it's a problem. I think we're going to be okay, at least for just a little bit longer. So I've got research backed up here, not doing anything. Let's just keep queuing these tier 1 researches. I need to craft 50 plates, and it's going to automatically upgrade this for me. And can I just drag it? No. All right, we'll do that. I need to get to green research packs next, which requires transport belts and inserters being crafted. So first off, I want transport belts. So I'm going to grab one of these. And I'm just going to use these same lines. This is like our starter factory, right? So I don't care if we make things a little bit convoluted. And I'm going to bring in the iron plates first, and then I'm going to bring in the gears from the other side. And then over here I need inserters, which is going to be the iron plates and the gears of electronic circuits. So we're not going to have those just yet. I don't know that I need more than one of these making belts for me just now, but we're going to make two. That way I've got some extra in case I need belts for myself, which I clearly do. And I'm going to just go excessive on my power poles because I can. And let's get all those materials. We don't have enough stuff to actually finish making the automation so that I don't have to keep crafting stuff. Perfect. Okay. So now that I'm making belts, what's the next step that I need? I need inserters, and inserters need electronic circuits. Electronic circuits are all copper materials? No, there's an iron component. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to need iron and copper brought in, and then we'll make copper cable. And the copper cable and... Okay, so it's copper cable and iron. Electronic circuits is one of these things that we're going to need a ton of over time. So I do want to make a dedicated belt for that. And we're going to do that right up here for now. So if I put one of these down to start... That's the wrong recipe. We'll make our copper cables first. And then from copper cables, I make a electronic circuit from the iron plates. So what I'm thinking is we can make our copper stuff, and then we need to just feed in some plates to make this. I mean, it'll work. We feed the plates in this way, and then the circuits back out this way. Get some of these going, get some of those going. Have I finished all red research now? No. There's other red research. Q, let me just get rid of this one. In Q. Alright, you guys keep going on that red research. I need green research packs badly right now. Alright, let's keep going on this. If I put copper in there, we get some power run over here. I need iron brought in over here. I'm gonna just manually start this off real quick so that I don't have to keep crafting these by hand. I'm going to be outputting them there. I'm going to be bringing in my iron plates here, like so. Let's bring iron plates all the way up. Let's split a round of iron plates off, like so. Let's get our copper plates being brought in. And just like I said before, I'm at some point here going to need to figure out how to balance this all out. Like, I just don't remember off the top of my head how many of each of these materials I can make in a automation setup here. What are these called? Assemblers? Assemblers. Okay. This has got plenty of plates now. This has got inserters. This is not making anything because I'm full up. And I need to put them out somewhere. Okay. Well, let me think about this. This is gonna come up here. We're gonna have another main belt of these. And this is gonna feed back in on the other side. Like this. There we go. We're gonna have lots of circuits. We're starting to get a very poorly created main bus going here. That's okay. Ba-bum. I needed to, though, is switch this all out. So let me clear what's on my mouse here. I have tons of these copper cables. It's that I'm not moving them across fast enough. So this is where I need this fast inserter. And we'll bring that down here. And I'm gonna replace this one with a fast inserter. And that should keep up a little bit better, not quite, with keeping that going though. So I'll take it. And I can just grab all those resources now. We are done with electronics. I can obviously expand this. And all of this is so that I can eventually here make inserters. And inserters require electronic circuits and iron gears. So I suppose what I could do is switch this belt around. And if I make iron gears out of this thing and put them on the belt this way, and then I'm thinking this through. I'm gonna have my output over here and my input over here. That's the wrong type though. Okay, that puts them on the outside. Which way is this thing gonna put stuff on the belt? Let's find out. Oh, do I have any iron plates just to... Yeah, it puts it across. Perfect. Okay. This belt is now officially going the wrong way for what I'm trying to do, which is get my required components for making inserters. So if we do this, I'll now be making iron gears, and I have the other component here. I can get enough gears going. I don't know how many enough gears is just yet, so I'm going to start this further down. But I can now make inserters right off of this belt, because I'm going to bring my iron plates down, and then I will send the crafted ones back up the top way here. And over here, what do I need to be making these belts? It was just gears and plates. So instead of making belts down here, we're gonna move this up and do it all together. Because I have gears and plates here, and then I have everything I need. We'll be making these all up on the top. So I'll have 2 for each to start with. Let's see how that works. 2 for that, and I'll do 2 for belts. How do I get more of these? I need iron plates. There's so much going on here, and I don't know that I'm doing a great job of explaining my thought process, but what we're doing is I'm going to build belts. How do I change my recipe? I'm going to be building 2 assemblers worth of belts. And then I'm going to be building an assembler with inserters. And we'll be building another assembler with inserters here in a second. There we go. Because I think these build at the same rate. Let me look at the recipe. Assembling, it's a half-second crafting time. Yeah, so that's a half-second crafting time. This is a half-second crafting time. All right, we want equal numbers of these going onto our belts. And what we're going to do is run 1 belt out of here, but this belt is going to be for the assemblers. This belt is going to be for the belts. And then our green science pack production is going to be right over here in a second. So I'm going to build a few more belts. We'll circle, this back in on itself. And all the resources I need to do this construction are right here. So I'm going to put inserters on for all of our materials. And then I'm going to run some power, and this is all going to make a lot more sense once it's creating resources, hopefully. But let's get a few more electric poles going. Clear as mud. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of how I feel right now. I'm just like, I'm not exactly sure I'm doing this all right. But it does seem to be starting to come together in my mind, sort of, kind of. So if I just run these resources down the way here, get a bunch more belts. I'm gonna need this one to go to at least there. I'm now making belts and inserters, but I'm doing it wrong. Of course I'm doing it wrong. This needed to go the other way. It needs to circle in like this side. But it can't go there, because then I run into problems. It needs to come up there. That way my belts connect properly. I can still export on this side. And I'll clean this all up because I could use some of these in my inventory. All I need now is power. And I've got belts on one side, inserters on the other side now. All right. And this has all been so that I can create green science packs. So if I come over here and slap down a building and say I want green science packs, and I put down a couple of inserters to help me out with that. We give all of this power, and we have an output belt for the green science packs, like so. We're starting to have everything come together. Now what that means is I need to find a way to get the green science packs brought back down here to the same spot where I have my red science packs. So I'm going to use our handy underground belts to drop them in the middle here. And I'm going to run them back down the opposite way. And of course I'm coming up short on a bunch of resources. So let me See what I can do to get some more of these resources going. Why is this all problematic? Because I don't have enough iron plates. All right, we got to go really ramp up our iron here in a second, but I just want to finish getting this set up before I get distracted and forget what we're trying to do. And so the green is coming down this way. I need iron plates to craft some more of these. And I'm just gonna use my underground belt to skip over this stuff. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna skip over this stuff, and then I want to bring the green belts around like this. Need more belts. Up, up, turn right, turn up. There we go. So this one setup should give me all the green and red circuits that we need to start doing both sets of research. Looking good. And then this is crafting. This is me just needing a lot more iron coming up the main bus here. So let's come drop down here now. This is all backed up, which is actually good for us. It means that I can just drop 3 more of these in real quick. And we're gonna get these lines going real quick so that I'm bringing resources in here, here, and here. Put down some more power. And we'll get the resources going out here, here, and there. What did I do to get that I don't have power up there? Oh, it's because I run the lines in the middle right here. Perfect. Now all I need is... Oh, wait, did I just figure it out? Q. Q is the clear what's on your cursor key. Finally! I'm learning, folks. It's coming back to me almost... what's the word when I have the memory of it. I don't actually know it. My brain just does it on its own sometimes. Okay. As much as I hate manually filling things, we could put the coal in on this other line, but we're so close. The next research we're gonna do is gonna give me electric furnaces, so I'm not going to bother with the infrastructure here. This all looks great. I have red science packs for days. I have green science packs starting to build up in both, even though I'm not making quite enough of them. I just need lots more iron to keep this going. So let's do that. I'm going to leave a gap in here so that we can balance our iron halfway down the way here, like this. And we're gonna put a couple more of these in. Actually, I can do it without having to skip any, because I can put my thing on that side for the one of them. Ins, helps when you run the belts the right way. And we just need to stay on top of our power situation here, like so. And let's get a little bit of fuel going. Perfect. And I love seeing this all backed up. It means that our boiler is not a problem. We were going to come up here and put a second one of these in place. I just didn't have the resources necessary to build one. The big letdown right now is pipe, which is iron. Yeah, iron's our bottleneck. We need to get a lot more of these furnaces up and running to keep everything moving. But now that we've got our red science packs figured out. We're going to get advanced material processing queued back up. And I'm going to get that ahead of finishing this physical projectile damage buff. These are kind of optional in my opinion. I want to focus on the things that are actually going to help us out here. Got enough of these to keep everything moving. Yeah, we need a lot more iron to be more productive down here. So let's figure out what I'm held up on. Iron plates and iron gears. I'm going to come right up here and we're going to steal from our science factory for the moment. I'm going to get these steel plates picked up. And then let me just grab this, and I'm going to go down the line and top all of our coal off. Most of our coal off before we... Oh, I can't run in between the furnaces. It's the little things in life that really irk you. Okay, this one's finally run out of materials, which is a great stepping off point for us to set the rest of these up. So I'm gonna set this up facing downwards. I gotta get rid of this tree, and I'm gonna do it to catch that little bit. This one, and get rid of these trees real quick. This one. I've got a little bit here that we need to grab, so I'm gonna point one this way just to make sure I'm grabbing everything. And bring this belt back with us. Oh my goodness, we're running out of everything still. I can't wait. We're so close to not having these kinds of problems anymore. Run this belt right over into our other one like so. Let's get the power run down here. There, and there. There we go. We should have quite a bit more iron ore coming out, and this way we'll be feeding it up on both sides of the belt. This one's just never even seen iron ore yet. That's fine. We've still got coal problems over here, but we're moving on that advanced material processing. The research is coming together here. Another 84%, and we will not have to worry about this coal situation again. Just gonna top all of these off while we're talking about it. So let's see how this is starting to do. Man, we've still got a lot of things in need of iron. But our green science is all looking good here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these off of this, and we will take and put down a chest right here. And then I'm going to grab a thing. It looks like we're only ever going to grab one type of material. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. Okay, I don't want to do that. New tip, low power. If your power consumption is greater than your production, your factory machines will work more slowly. Ah. Let's look at our power grid. Oh, that's a neat trick too. I love these tips. Okay. So yeah, we're not making enough power because we've only got 2 of those. Let me see. Before I run up there, let's make sure I built some of these. I want more iron plates. I want to see if I can get by with just putting a steam engine down on here, or if 2 is actually the limit, as it says. So that's consuming, this says an output of 60. I don't think I can put more on there. I think I need to build one of these. At least that's what we're going to do to start. I used to be able to run like a whole bunch of steam engines off of a single boiler. And maybe I can, and I'm just being too hesitant here, but I would rather be cautious to start with, and it's not that much materials to get this all up and running. I'm so looking forward to the point in time where I've got power poles that have a wider range. And I just need lots of iron. Let's go grab some more iron real quick and get one more of those going. I'd rather have a little excess power capacity. I think that's enough coal for now. Our green is actually stacking up, so I like to see that. Our ore is stacking up big time now. We might try to rebalance that in a second. And I'm just gonna pick up what we can to get me one more of these steam engines. Yeah, there's a way to do like an official balancer and stuff here, but knowing that most of my ore is coming from the other side, I'm just gonna do the quick and easy. And let's go back up here and put the other steam engine in place real quick. Gonna move this pole to there, get rid of that one. Did I build the steam engine? I did. Put that in place. And look at my power grid. My power grid is looking a lot better. I think this is... Oh, there's my production. So I'm only consuming about half of my power grid right now. Perfect. At least I assume that's how I read that. This is all looking good. It's just iron plates that we're coming up short on. What I can do, though, is to speed up our research. I can build a couple more of these labs. And I'm going to put... Oops, not what I wanted to do at all, but I guess we'll have 3 of these labs here pretty soon. And I'm going to put one down there. Do the skip deal. Put one of these in, one of these in, and one of those in. Now I've got research coming in. We're grabbing what we need, and I've got 4 researchers going. Perfect. I'm gonna get automation 2 in queued because that seems really important. Circuit networks are beyond me at the moment. I'm gonna get to them though eventually. I'm gonna get logistics 2 going. I'm gonna get solar energy going. What is solar is gonna be useful, but well, there's my better electric stuff. I'm gonna get that going, and then we'll put engines in, and then we'll put solar in, and then I'm gonna need this at some point. I'm gonna move this to the end. We're gonna wait until we get some of these researches knocked out before we grab any more of that. But with all 4 of these running now, we should get to our research a lot faster. And all I need to do is focus on just continuing to get more and more of this stuff going. Now, I don't want to overdo our coal-based production too much because we're going to switch this all over to electric here as soon as this research is done. But since it's what's holding us up on being able to craft things at the moment, it doesn't make sense to just sit around while we have the resources to spare. So let's just get it run and be done with it. A little bit of power to feed all of those in. A little bit of power there and there. And let's grab some coal to top it all off with. All right. That's a bit more iron plates being crafted. I'm going to grab just a little bit more coal since I'm on this end of the factory and top off my copper plate furnaces as well. I've got lots of steel in my inventory. That's probably where a lot of my iron plates are going, to be honest. Maybe I will shut this down for now. We did it just to get that one unlock, but we're not using the steel for anything just yet. And that should be a lot less that we're taking from our main belt here. This is looking good. That's looking great. This is looking like I need more of these green science. So I'm going to put at least one more of those in. And if we just make sure we're hooking this all up. Need another power line. I'm going to put them right there. Green science. And we're already good to go. These don't get made very fast, so I can probably switch these belts out to be center belts. Now I've got 2 of these being made. They get made every 6 seconds. I'm making one. And this is burning down every 30 seconds. So 6, 12, 24. I should be making an excess of green science packs now. It'll take a couple minutes for it to all catch up, so to speak, but we should be good to go. And yeah, all this is good. So what we're going to do is, to make sure I've got enough stuff in my inventory to keep building the factory, just take a run down that, and we'll take a run down this. And now I've got lots of resources. What's next up on our production list? So if I come in here real quick, we've got light armor and heavy armor. What's the difference here? Just resistances? So I'm going to go ahead and handcraft one of these heavy armors for myself. And a submachine gun. We're going to make a little bit more ammo while we're at it. And open character screen. I'm on the character screen, okay. Oh, all this stuff is just going into the slots automatically. Can I put some over here? How do I switch to the other gun is the question. Settings, controls, next weapon. I just saw it C. C is next weapon. There we go. Eventually we're going to run into bad guys. I just want to be prepared for when we do. This is all looking great. We've got plenty of iron plates coming up the belt now, finally. And yeah, this is all good to go. So I suppose the only thing left that we'd really need to do then is I could expand our science just a bit. We'll get one more of these going. Bring some in, bring some out. Put one of those down for each of those. And set it up for a green. Copy paste entity settings. Oh, that's right, I can do that. Shift right click, shift left click allows me to copy and paste the settings of a machine. Good to know. Red Science seems plenty backed up at the moment, and there's another research done. That is great. Let's take a look here. Steel furnace recipe. Oh, this is still a burnable fuel recipe. It's not... I thought this was... So it just makes them faster, but it still requires copper. Or a copper coal, some kind of fuel. Oh, all that, and I thought we were about to get out of the coal stage of the game. I guess not. So what I need to do then is get some stone bricks, which is a furnace setup that I don't have yet. So we're going to get this all set up and running then, since clearly we are in need of it. So first off, oh, I've already got a bunch of furnaces. I'm going to set up a furnace to get us started. And this is going to start making these. I'm going to set up a box to put them in. And I suppose I should put some power down here. There we go. Now I can make stone furnaces for every 10 stone bricks that I've got. Need one more, come on. There we go. Alright, steel furnaces. Now, steel furnaces are a different size, if I'm not mistaken, than a regular furnace. I'm gonna, oops, clear this slot out. We're gonna put a steel furnace down here. And, oh no, they're the same size now, so I can just upgrade in place, and this should just start going faster. So I think this makes it twice as fast as one of these. Good deal. Well, I wish I had done things a little bit differently then. What we're going to do is we're going to do a few small modifications here. First modification I'm going to do is we're going to feed some of our coal back around so that I can have a full coal belt and keep those miners moving. And then we're going to also be feeding that coal down the ore lines to make sure that we're doing things efficiently. So I'm going to start by getting rid of this. We're going to let this all feed through here. How do I want to do this? Just thinking out loud to myself here that what I want is only to have iron on the one side of this belt, and then what we'll do is feed the coal. Well, I guess I can just have long extenders, but I don't really need that much coal. So what I'm going to do is we're going to feed the coal under like this, and have it circle around the top and come right back into the other side here. And this will allow me to solve all of my refueling problems, since I'm clearly going to need to have coal running here for some time in the foreseeable future. Boom. And then I can do the same thing for my copper line by building a few more splitters and running the coal right up there. Where do I want to do this? this to go up here. That's going to circle around like so, and then this line is the one that's going to come up here. And I think I've got this the right way. Boom, just like that. I've got coal coming in to keep these furnaces all fed. Okay, this is looking a lot better. And that way I don't need more inserters. I've got a single inserter for everything, and we're good to go. Johnny, appreciate you coming and hanging out. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for more of this. It's today is learning day. Hopefully by tomorrow I will be a lot more competent at this game. We're stumbling through it. And this is all working because I'm only bringing my iron ore in the one way. What I want to do is make sure that that's always the case. So I'm going to... No, stop. Stop. Clean up my mess. All right. We only ever want copper ore to come in on the top of this belt. And I had it. I have the start of how that should work in my head, and then I messed it all up. There we go. We don't need any splitters or anything. We just need to make sure it comes in on the top like this. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to come down here and we're going to do the balance mode and do this. At some point I'm going to watch a couple of videos, remind myself how to do proper belt balancing, but this will help me keep the max amount of ore coming up into our belt lines. And it looks like I've all stacked up on my iron plates now, which is great. Got plenty of coal going up to the other facility here still. And now I can copy this. Oops, I need some space in between there. And I need to build another one. I'll build a couple more. I've got assembly machine Mark IIs now available, which I think use a bit more power. But they build twice as fast. No, they build the same speed. They must be able to build more complicated recipes. Where is it at? Module slots? I don't know yet what the benefit is. We'll just have to build some and find out. Oh, I keep doing that. Not what I want to do at all. All right. I need to put the poles in the middle. Perfect. And I'm missing some. There we go. Now I've got inserters everywhere. Pretty soon we'll have lots of science going a lot faster here. This is all backing up, so we're doing fine on production capacities. And we're looking good here, so I just need all this research to happen as fast as physically possible. That's 120. We should have done the easier one first. Maybe I'll switch that over. We'll get the better electricity going. I'm not going to do solar first. I'm going to get fluid going because I think fluid handling leads to oil. And it's also a quicker research. Can't move due to oh, I need engines to get to oil. All right. So we'll do it that way. That's all looking great, but we're going to need to find oil. And I don't know if that's going to show up before we have it. Oh yeah, there it is, crude oil. Well, let's run down there and see what that's going to look like. Because that's going to be good. We also should get our steel line going again soon. We've got copper kind of coming together here finally. Yep, that's a little bit of copper right there in those trees. So I'm going to set this guy up like so. And I got to make sure I don't cover any of the iron ore there. So I'm going to have a little bit of overlap here. Get some belts going. Bring these back in this way. Up, and over. Now all I need is some power poles going. We will run them on the back side, I guess, for right now. Can't reach. The guy is too short. There we go. Copper shouldn't be a problem anymore. Iron's looking great. We just need to start using more of these materials now. All of these factory lines can get extended as necessary. All right, let's look at what's coming up next here. I need probably electronic circuits for a lot more stuff than we're doing right now. So what I want to do is figure out how I get a dedicated electronic circuit line going. We kind of set this up hodgepodge just to get started, but I think what we want to do is bring our main bus line here up for this. I don't want any more inserters right now. I've got 100 of them almost in my inventory. I'm going to pick up just the belts. There we go. And I'm going to make a few more of these so I have them ready to go. And I'm just going to keep running these two kind of main bus lines up so that I can make a little split off factory here. So just like I did over here, I need what? Just iron and copper. Nope, that's the wrong one. I need copper and yeah, iron to make this. So I will split a belt here. We've made a mess by bringing our science down the middle. Maybe I'll just skip up past this to make my life easy. And we will bring iron and copper in over here. And if I need to bring some of each in, I can do it like this. I'm gonna bring an underground. How's this gonna work? Maybe all my stuff is just too close together. But if I bring an underground belt of iron over, now I've got iron, and then I want to bring that down into a belt that is going to be iron on one side and copper on the other side. Like this. Perfect. And then I need some of these assemblers so that I can start cranking out science packs. Lots and lots of not science packs, electronic circuits. So electronic circuits is iron plates and copper wire. And I'm gonna have I'm getting myself confused here, folks. I'm trying to think how much copper do I make? I make 2 every half second, and this needs 3 every half second. And I don't need to run my copper and my iron on the same belt like this. What I need to do is rethink my life. We're gonna completely change all of this. All right. This is gonna be for copper wire. And what I can do is have 2 setups like this. And if these are for electronic circuits, I can pull 1 out of here and 1 out of here, and then 1 out of each of those. Is that gonna work? Because these are gonna make 2. Yeah, this is how I want to do it. So what was the tip on how to copy and paste settings? You can shoot neutral or friendly, and maybe I shift spacebar. You can shoot targets with spacebar. Okay, it's nice to know how to shoot. Copy paste entity settings was shift left and right click. So right click, left click. All right, we got it. And then I'm gonna put power in right here. I want to get rid of this power pole because it's kind of in an awkward spot. And I'll put another one in right here. I think that'll get my production line set back up. I need to bring just copper in on the bottom here now. Perfect. And let's split this off like so. And then I need just iron coming in on the top. And then I'm going to be able to bring a belt back out. Let me get some more belts here. So I have to keep crafting these. And then I'm gonna bring my science back out here. Perfect. Okay. Science goes out. I think this is going to work, folks. So do one there. Start slapping power poles down everywhere. And go like that. Dragging underground belts, yes, I think I know. Oh, I can make iron sticks now with whatever research we just unlocked. And that's gonna get me much better electric poles. And those require steel. All right, well, we'll look at that in a second. I guess I have steel. Let me make like 5 of these intermediate poles. And then I'll make 5 of these big ones, just to have in the old inventory. Oh, yeah, I kind of figured I could do that. This is making 2 of those. And then we will do a lazy balancer here. And I'm not making enough green science packs. So let's make a few more of those while we're thinking about it. Let me try that again. There we go. All right, we'll make 2 more sets of these. And then it's right, left, left. Get our belts run. All right, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We've got plenty of greens getting crafted now after that because we use them every 15 seconds with this, and we're using 8. And we're making them... making 5 every 6 seconds. So that'd be 50 a minute. No, 10, yeah, 50 a minute, and we're using them 6 or 8 times 4, 24 minute. So we should have double the green packs being made now than we need, is the theory. Whether or not that pans out to be true, here we'll find out in a little bit. But I've got new power poles now, so let's drag those down here onto the bar and see what we can do to clean up some of our items up here. And then I also wanted to get a bunch of these steel furnaces crafting. We had started working on getting steel moving again. Steel's another one of those core resources that we're going to need a lot of. But before I can do that, we needed to get our stone crafting, which means we're going to put one of these electric miners in, and I was going to run that straight up alongside our power poles here. Right like this, and feed that into the furnace. It helps if we hook this up, like so. Okay, looking good. I've got a lot of this here, though, that I can kick us off with. And now we're making bricks, which is great. I'm going to come back over here, and we're going to put our steel line back in. What is this doing? This seems almost completely unnecessary / backwards. Makes a big mess right here. Whatever. Steel we want to bring into all of this over on the left-hand side here, I think is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have steel start off down here. Somewhere. Where do I want to do steel? Maybe we'll do steel up here past some of this stuff. We'll do a steel line right here. You forgot loader on your 2 new green science packs? Oh my goodness. Thank you. I feel like I'm always doing something silly here. I got the outputs, just not the inputs. All right. Let me get a few more belts picked up, since we're going to start building some stuff. Let me get a few more splitters built, a few more undergrounds going. We'll get some long-handed, and some of these, we're just going to go to town with it all. We're doing steel now. So we're going to take and bring some iron in. And I think I'm going to do it right here. The steel's pretty basic. We just need iron plates. And then we can make, not that, we can make it from the furnace. We were going to get some, oh, I've got 2 in my inventory. We'll get one of these going like this. Oh, we're going to need coal. Let me see if I can bring some coal over here. Maybe I should build the steel to the right so I can bring a coal line in. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it right down here where I can bring coal in. That makes so much more sense. Right down here will be our steel line. So we bring this out. I'm going to split, or not going to do it there. I'm going to split this here so that I can continue to bring coal through. And then we will bring this off to this side. How do I want to do this? Let's move this up a smidge. And then I can split my coal off again. I can split my iron off. Like this. And then have both of them come down like that. Alright. Perfect. And then I just need a couple of these. A couple of these. And we should be making steel momentarily. Feed them back in the other way. Let's go pick up some belts. Man, I cannot wait for drones. I'm getting way more inserters than I probably ever need. I need power. Can I run a single one of these to get excess power to multiples? I can. And we'll run those. Boom, boom, boom. Now we've got steel being made that I can bring back over here to our really janky main bus that we're starting. What did we need past steel? There was another core resource I was looking for something we're building here. Is that an alternate pump recipe? Engines. Storage tanks. Engine unit. Now that's going to require steel and pipes to make. We got barrels. We got all kinds of stuff. What is this? This is an offshore pump. Oh, that's different than a pump, which is used to help us move materials along in pipes over distance. Okay. I think what I need to do is come in here and look for our oil gathering research and get that queued up. I'm not quite ready to do lab research speed when there's so many other things to do. I want to get this back on the list though. The solar power could be useful. And then I suppose I should enqueue railways because that's going to be useful here eventually, as well as this automobile thing. We need to get crude oil going first. I can't start the research until I've mined the crude oil. So I'll go ahead and just line up some of these other things so that as I'm getting myself distracted, we're still making things. Looks good. Science is looking great. And we're working on steel. I've got steel going now. What I need is a bunch of these bricks so that I can start upgrading our iron as long as I'm here. We're so low on materials, I need steel. Okay. Perfect. Let me build a couple more of these. I think 5 is usually a good place to start for stuff. 1, 2, 3. That's going. That's going. And then we'll just put some outputs over here. And look at that. These medium ones will cover both sides of the machines and the belts. I like it. And then these can be converted over. We'll just keep building more and more of them. I'm going to grab that. We got plenty of stones in my inventory now, so I'm not too worried about it. Our iron, we're starting to use up all this stuff. I misplaced these originally, though. I've got a little bit right here, and I think I'm under attack. Let's go down here and find out. Yep, I am under attack. Look at that. Alright. I've got a bunch of damaged entities. Let's get some repair packs built. That is in here somewhere. I'm missing them. Repair packs right here. We'll build 5 of them. It requires all kinds of advanced components. I was not counting on that. Go faster. Here we go. Okay. And then, how do I use this? Oh, it's actually missing. Well, that's not overly useful. Let me get rid of that. And we'll put this back in. Okay. It still says I have stuff that needs to be repaired. How do I use repair packs? Middle click to clear, left click and hold to repair selected entity. Oh, there it is. I see. I figured it out. Alright. Copper's moving. Iron is sorted. I needed one more miner here for just a little while to solve these couple that we left behind. But this is all looking good. Steel's looking good. Yeah, SK, we're making progress. We've got all kinds of research going. We got more advanced components coming out. We're starting to make little factory lines for each new thing that I need a lot of. I'm going to need to make a bunch of these engines for stuff at some point. But I don't know just yet what I need them for. looking at all this stuff. I don't know that I need anything there yet either. We're almost finished with logistics, and then we're going to get our oil gathering done, because I think oil unlocks a bunch of additional stuff. Chemical science makes use of the things that we need. Yeah. So I need to get to oil to get all the things necessary to do blue science packs. Perfect. Makes sense. We're on the right track. Where are drones? I want drones. What are they called? Robots? That's a tier, that's a blue science level thing. Personal robot. Personal robots require lubricants and electric engines and all kinds of things. Robotics, that's the one I'm trying to get to. So we'll just keep trucking down this line. Eventually I'm going to have to go out and find more of these deals too, so I'm going to start getting more iron placed down just so that I've got it where it needs to go. There's going to be one right there. This is where the next line of these is going to start. So we'll go ahead and get it started. And coal doesn't seem to be a huge problem for us right now. Our electric grid is getting tight. We're going to have to worry about that in a little while. So with all this steel in my inventory, what am I holding out for? It looks like oil is my next big jump. I need a bunch of iron gears in my inventory though for all this stuff we're building. So I'm going to go ahead and steal from the red factory. And I don't know when or why I'm going to need red belts right now. So I'm not going to waste a bunch of materials building them until we actually need them. I am going to build a bunch of pipes, though, real quick while I'm thinking about it. We'll get some of those going. We'll get some undergrounds going because I think we're going to need those as soon as I get oil up and running. Apparently we've got bugs coming after us now. We've hit that point in the game where we have to worry about getting attacked by things. And I'm going to build one of these advanced... Oh, I already built some of the advanced assemblers. Let me place one of these down and see what this can do that the other ones can't. Oh, these are the ones that can take fluids in and do things with fluid. That's right. Okay. Let me just get rid of all those new recipes. We'll hang on to that for a little bit. What else do we need to be building here? The oil research is really our next thing, so I'm just trying to examine all this. Our green is backing up, perfect. I like to see our research going. We've got the starts of electronic circuits. We've got the starts for steel. Everything is just going. I think we just need more of everything. So what I'm going to do is use this time to build some more electric miners. I'm going to grab all the resources for that. I need some circuits. Drones are going to make this so much easier. But until then, we'll just keep grabbing them. What else did I need for these? Iron plates. Well, we've got the iron plates now. Build about 10 more of these to just go flesh out that whole area down there. We'll go pick up some more steel and some more stone. And I'll upgrade all the rest of these to steel furnaces. I'm going to start by upgrading this one first so that we get more stone blocks faster. There, and there. Upgrade all of these as well. We're starting to use more and more of all of our resources. And I'm just not getting enough iron to keep these moving now that we're upgrading them. Partly because some of these have stopped collecting resources, but that's why I just built a whole bunch of them. We're going to crowd this rock a little bit and do it this way, I think. There we go. We're still backing up on copper ore at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about increasing that in any capacity. Well, now that I've got the iron ore problem solved, how much iron ore per minute am I going to be using up on this? I suppose I could always run a faster belt so I've got more material running in here. I don't know how many of these I can support on one side of a single belt is the question I'm having in my mind. I guess we'll find out. And we'll just keep making more of these steel furnaces because I'm going to need a few more of them to expand copper here at some point. I'm wondering if, since I'm backing up on this stuff, if it would make sense, at least in the early game here, to put down a couple more of these science labs. So we're going to grab 2 more of them just because I do have 2 more. I had one already made. And if I put that there, just expand them, and we're good to go. More science already getting created. I need to learn the appropriate ratios here. I guess the different sciences use things at different rates, so I can't just make a broad assumption of how many of the green science packs I need to be making per minute, I suppose. We're not doing a great job of remembering to sip that water, so I'm trying to take a couple of breaks here. Give my voice a chance to rest. So looking at these, some of these are really easy to knock out, and some of them are more complicated. Before I get into railways and stuff, or even solar energy, I think I'm going to get my lab research going so that we can make things a little bit faster here. Especially because I don't have anything else that I need right this moment out of the research that's queued up. So I'm going to let the lab research go, and we're going to come down here and find that oil. Go on a little bit of an adventure and see if we can get oil manufacturing going. And after we get the building set up for that and run power down here, we can maybe start figuring out how plastics work. So here I've got pump jack. And actually, if I need to stop building them when I just wanted to look at them. Do I have a research to make plastic in here? I don't. What's if I look at our tech tree, I can do only essential technology. Where was it that I was learning about plastic? Oh, plastics, I think I get all of this once I get the oil processing unlocked. Okay. So we've got our little bubbly crude oil here. hopefully I brought the right stuff to make some of these pump jacks. We're just gonna build a handful of them. I got so much garbage in my inventory right now. I don't know how pipes work in this game. I played Satisfactory so much. I'm trying to think about, like, do they have a limit in volume? I'm sure they do. I'm gonna just run the power back up to the base here. Try not to put it too much in the resources. Put it right there. That should get me power all the way down. Why are these in ghost mode? Oh, we've got entities being damaged. Hang on. Bad guys. Okay. That was unfortunate. How do I fix stuff? There we go. Just gotta patch all this back up now. Luckily, I don't think we lost anything. Maybe? Yeah, I think I did actually. I think I lost a doohickey here and a belt there. Okay. Gotta pay attention to those big red flashy whatchamacallits. Now, I was holding shift down because I was trying to run, which I don't think actually works in this game, and that means I was putting down the ghost versions of these poles. And I just need to come back down here and place real versions of them now. We're stuck in the crafting mode. I forgot that I don't have all these resources stockpiled in my inventory just yet. Come on, come on. All right, one there. Can't reach. Almost. Oh, that one's real already. And we will get a medium pole over here. Oh, too far away. There. Okay, now I'm making oil. Oil's not going anywhere. But the oil is what's going to let me make plastics, I hope. Here we go. Oil refineries. That's not what I need at all. Chemical plants. Okay. Let's come in here. Solid fuel from petroleum gas. Basic oil processing is a recipe that takes crude oil and makes petroleum gas. I'm like completely missing something. Where do I make plastic? Plastics. It's its own research. Because I'm dumb. We keep not paying attention to the research tree. We will get that going after the lab research is done here shortly. And because plastics is what I need to get into advanced circuits. And plastics, can I look in here at plastics? They're gonna let me look at a research I haven't made yet. Plastic bar is gonna take coal and petroleum gas to make plastic. Okay. So we're gonna have a lot of oil down here eventually. And that oil is going to go up into a refinery, which requires a bunch of steel, pipes, stone bricks, you name it. And then from there, we're going to go into a chemical plant with the coal and make what we need. All right. So we need lots of pipes, we decided. And that means I'm going to need a lot of iron. We're going to need a lot of steel. And we'll get this all up and running. I feel like we're almost there. On getting to tier 3. My goal is to just get to drones as fast as possible so that I can stop having to run around and do all this stuff. I just want to build all the basic things and shove them into supply chests and have them in my inventory at all times. Never have to run back and pick anything up to craft it by hand. Just gonna starve out my iron plates for a bit, get as many as I can. I don't need all of these red packs in my inventory either, so I'm gonna get rid of those. And I'm going to feed that with a stack while I'm here. Where'd my steel production go? There's steel. And we just get all the steel picked up. Boom. Now we're ready to make some refineries. So I'm going to build a couple refineries, a couple chemical plants just to have them in my inventory. I've got a whole bunch of pump jacks apparently, so I don't need any more of those. And I think that's going to be everything I need to get started here. So back down we go to figure out how to get these refineries going. Oh, we used up all of our pipes doing that. I'm gonna need a lot more pipes after this is all said and done. So I'll grab some more of those. Just keep the old inventory going. I don't need more pump jacks though. All the way down here to the other end. And let's build refineries. Where'd my refineries go? All right, inputs and outputs. And of course, as soon as I get down here, I'm under attack. So I'm gonna have to peace out of this and go save my base. I need to start putting down turrets, apparently. I didn't think we were quite at that stage of the game, but apparently we are. And oh my goodness, they're destroying everything. This forest is a problem. I'm coming. Stop destroying my base. Oh, it's so bad. Just stop. Everybody stop. Look at that. They wrecked the whole science facility and everything. This is what I get. All right. If I had drones, they'd rebuild all this stuff automatically for me. Let's get that going. I need inserters into here. I need long form inserters there and there. Toss in some power poles. All right, this stuff is all back up and running. And we lost a power pole. And I lost a assembler. I think that's all I had here. Copy the recipe. All right, that looks good. This looks fine now. Let's just patch it all up real quick. Oh, I've got some missing belts there I'll have to fix as well. All right, let's get that going, get that going. Finish patching it up, and we are going to build some defenses next. So let's go over to the military tab. We need some gun turrets because we've been getting attacked here pretty much in the same place multiple times now. We may even need some walls. We'll go grab some more stone real quick while we're waiting for those turrets to build. Pick up a little more steel while I'm walking by. And here we go. I need a turret. Oh yeah, the turret's got a nice wide range. So I'm gonna put one right here, and I'm gonna put another one up here just to kind of cover each other. And we're gonna put some stone walls around them in kind of a U shape, I think, so all the bad guys seem to be coming from the left. And then I need ammunition. Let me grab this stack of ammo. Oops. And I'm gonna grab this stack of ammo. And then I'm gonna make a bunch more ammo for myself. Ammo just requires iron plates. That's one of those things that I feel like we're probably going to need to start crafting. That's alright. I'm going to clean my inventory out of some of this ore as long as we're here. This one's finally done crafting. Just getting rid of the stone that I've got in my inventory here, but you know what? We can just automate that process a little bit. Boom. I might as well get the copper, or the coal fed in there while I'm here. This is all keeping me not quite fully productive, but it's going. And last but not least, I'm going to change this around. I need to get this one piece of iron ore off of the side over there. So I'm going to adjust my miners ever so slightly to help me out with that. That should work. No. This guy is going to grab... There we go. Can't have him getting any of the limestone in my belt here. That would make a giant mess. I think that's good now. And we finally have plastics researched. So with some of these gun turrets placed, I think I can take a small break from defending the base. Maybe I'll put one more. Did I build any more? I didn't build any more. I was going to say maybe I'll put one more gun turret down. I'll build 5 more of those in the background while we're going down here to deal with our oil production now. Let's see if we can figure this out. I gotta stop holding the shift key down all the time. It's messing me up when I'm trying to build things. And now that I'm down here, we're going to do basic oil processing. I take 100 crude oil in every 5 seconds. And this is putting 7 per second out. Seems a little bit off. All right. Oil flow that way. Do that. Now we're making petroleum gas. And the petroleum gas is going to do what? It's going to feed into something here to make plastics. I need some coal. And this is being made in the chemical plant. Chemical plant. I built some of those. It's got to be around here somewhere. Maybe I didn't build one of those. I just thought I was... Oh, no, I've got them right there. I love that it flashes for me so that I can see what we're doing. And I will have to bring some coal in for this. So I'm going to put it 2 out so that I can... oh, I needed to put that 3 out. Like so. Then I can bring a belt of coal in like this. And I can bring my pipe under like that. Alright, this is looking good. Let's just get a power pole run across the belt like so. And I'm gonna make plastic bars. So let's bring some coal over here next, which requires me to have a lot more belts. All right. This is a long way to run coal, but it's also a long way to run other stuff. I'm thinking, should I bring the crude oil back up? What's it cost to build pipes? Just iron plates? Maybe we'll bring it up there instead of bringing coal down here, because I'm going to need the plastic up by the base when I'm making the research and stuff anyway. So we'll do it this way. And bring our crude oil with me. Oh, we've got something under attack. It looks like our turret ran out of ammo. My goodness. That's all right. We needed to go back up and get some materials to build more pipes. We're just going to build all the pipes. We're going to run up here and... oh. Well, it was being damaged. Maybe I just... yeah. It's got ammo still. Okay. I was worried for nothing. We'll fill up that ammo, and maybe I just should have blocked it in altogether. So let me grab some more walls after these pipes are being done, and we will completely enclose our turrets. Should work better. What else do we got? We need bricks for all these walls we're building. And I'm gonna definitely need a lot more pipes, so let's get some iron plates while I'm here. Good, good, good. I've got those walls built, I think. So we'll enclose these entirely. I'm pretty sure this is my best play to keep them safe long enough to kill off all the monsters. And we're gonna head back down here and run our oil up to somewhere. Where's the coal being run right now? I'm kind of wondering if I should run it... If I should run my oil all the way over to the right-hand side here and have plastics getting made over here somewhere and then pipe them into a bus for, or, you know, whatever I need. So let's do that. I'm going to run pipe right here, so I'm going to clear a little bit of forest. And that will let me bring the oil this way. Let's get pipe put down here. All right, I think that's going to be good. I don't think I can walk through pipe once it's placed, so I'm going to run it behind me. Oh, and then I was going to run it right up alongside the coal, so let's get rid of all that. Okay. We're making progress. Where am I going? Way over there. The problem with doing this is I'm going to have to defend this thing at some point. Just going to make a nice straight path for me to get over to where our power lines are here. Oh, wow. We have not constructed enough pipes to, oops, do what we're trying to do. And then we'll angle down. We'll just kind of continue to do a zigzaggy type pattern here. We'll let some of these pipes build up, and while we do that, man, I'm gonna need to get through this somehow. Maybe I should just be using these underground ones so that I'm not wrecking the world. Let me rethink this. Yeah, I think this is the better play. We'll build some more of these in a second. I'm just gonna clean this up. I forgot that you can't walk over pipes, and that this is gonna take forever to undo. This is the other part where I can't wait to have a drone and just tell it to deconstruct all this stuff. It's a game changing once we get to the next tier of research. Okay. Let's do this. Like so. All right. And then I'm gonna just, oops, not that. We're gonna bring this pipe down like this. Perfect, okay. Let me come in here now, and let's build more of these piped grounds. I need a bunch of iron plates, which I wanna get before we go too far away from the base. Just keep all this stuff going. Oh, I do not want those green science packs in my inventory. No siree. Pick up some of these while I'm here, though. I'll just come down and drop them into here. And it looks like our red science is finally fallen behind. Let's actually build a few of these then. Get this up and running. And it's fallen behind. I think I had 2 more of these before. I think we had some get destroyed. Do that. Run materials in and materials out. Extend our belt. Put 1 more of these down. Like that. I think we're good. Just do it the same way because that's what I've been doing. Okay. It's all coming together here slowly but surely. We've got solar panels up, which this recipe seems like it's a lot easier to make than it used to be. I'm gonna make a bunch of firearms. and I'm gonna need to get a bunch more iron plates now that I just used them all for that. Looking good. I think this biter nest over here to my west is where we're getting all of these bugs coming in. Got a few more of these turrets, so I'm gonna go ahead and just slap another one down here real quick. Can I make some more walls? I can. Get some more walls done up, and we'll put some ammo in here. Let me see how we're actually doing on ammo and these other ones. We're doing okay for the moment. This is starting to look better now that I've got my red research set back up. And we're doing great on all these other materials. This seems to be the limit on this half belt setup. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wonder if 10 is the limit, because these two aren't really doing anything because it's full, so material is trickling down the line. That's all right. Not too worried about it. What I want to do, though, is get this thing fully encased in wall before I head down there. And I will make as many of those as I can afterwards. Oh, I needed one more wall. I'll take this one down and put it on the front. Okay, I think we're good. Pick up some plates and get back down there. Need to get that oil ran. We're running it right over here now. Yep, there it is. And I needed this to come down a ways. Let me do the... Oops. Let's see if I can actually do this the right way so we don't have problems later. And then we're gonna go this way with it. So many trees everywhere. New tips, trains. Yeah, I'm a little ways away from being ready to put up a train there, bud. I bet you a train. I bet we could be bringing this material back on a train, though. But this isn't quite that long of a distance, and I'm not ready. We'll play with trains in the near future here, though. I bring it to there and then chop down a tree. I can run this pipe down. Getting closer. Perfect. Then I run this pipe and this pipe. Get rid of all this. And we will just finish running this all underground. That, like that. Okay. Looking good, looking good. That means I'll be able to hook all the rest of these into here eventually when I need more oil. I've got oil flowing through all of this pipe now because I've got the little crude oil icon. Okay. So now I can set up plastics up on the top here. It's, oops, not the wrong one. Where's my research? Oh, I can click right there. I need to sort out advanced circuits next. So I'm gonna get that queued up a little bit earlier here. We'll let automobiles finish, even though we don't really need it at in the moment. That's more of an exploration type thing when we're ready to start going out to find our next big sets of resources. And boom, get this oil all the way up here. We'll call that good. And then aside from plastic, so I can't wait to play with trains in this game after Satisfactory's not quite satisfactory experience with trains. I think this is going to be a lot more fun. But I need blue research because this is going to take in a few different things. I need sulfur processing to do blue research as well. Okay, where's that research? Right here. Let's get that queued up after the red circuits. Okay. And sulfur is made from sulfur and water, so I'm going to have to find some sulfur from somewhere. Oh, sulfur is made from water and petroleum gas. All right, well, it's a good thing I'm bringing this oil up here now. We'll be able to start processing all of that here pretty soon. Let me set up a refinery now and get plastic going like I had anticipated before. So that's going to be these machines here. And we're going to have... we're going to leave ourselves a little bit of room, but I'm going to have the oil coming out and down this line. We'll do 2 of them. And put those there. I think I can run it something like this. Perfect. I need some power here. Do one of these. Eventually I should just get some better power poles running like down from the power production up there. These are both going to be making crude oil though. And then from there, we're going to feed that into the chemical plant. And I determined I needed 1, 2, 3. That way I can run stuff up here. So we're going to make plastic. And that's this coming up here. Like this. Put one of those in so that I can get through. Oh, we didn't leave enough space again. Hang on. I want my coal coming right down the middle here. I want my petroleum coming out. In and out. I'm gonna need a connector for it on this side. And then we're gonna need to be able to pipe it in. So I'm gonna need something on this side like so. wish I knew how much of this I needed. We'll just run it down like this. Plastics. Plastics. I need power. Like this. And then I need a long inserter, 1, 2, like this. And let me replace this pole with one of these. Okay. Oh, that doesn't work out exactly how I wanted it to, because this requires that the oil goes in the right-hand side, not the left-hand side. So let's get those going. And now I can put my power down there and connect that up. All right. Basic oil. So I'm crafting 45 petroleum gas every 5 seconds. And I'm using 20 per second. Do that math in your head. I am not going to be able to sort that out at the moment, so we're going to take this and we're going to realize that we have this all set up not in a great way to work. What I wanted to do for this is not actually bring it in on the back at all. And I just broke the main fuel line. Hang on, let's fix this all up. We're gonna have coal come in on one belt and plastic go out on the next belt. So this is plastic out, and this is coal in. Just like so. This is gonna be scooching over that way. That is gonna get me all the power I need, and just like that, we've got plastic coming through. Build a lazy balancer. And boom, I've got plastics being made. Okay, what's next? What do we need plastics for? Advanced circuits, probably. Let's wait and see what advanced circuits are going to require. But my hope is that I'm going to be bringing these over and running them up the same line next to the green circuits. And then I think I'm going to need the green circuits and the plastics to make the advanced circuits. That's my guess. I've got the car. Awesome. Yep, I guessed correctly. Also going to need some copper cables to do that. Trying to think about the easiest way to set up an advanced circuit recipe here without having to bring too many resources in. But we will probably, if I need 4 per, that is 2 every half. And this has a, this has a 6-second crafting time. All right, so I'm gonna need to bring some copper in and some electronic circuits in and some plastic bars in to get this done. Well, let's do it here. So I've got copper cables already being made. What would happen if I tried to feed these from the same ones? I don't think that would work out too well. So what happens if I do this though? And we copy from there. We'll start making copper cables down here. And then I'm going to start making what do you call them down here? Red circuits. But I don't want to... I need to bring my plastics over somehow, which is right there. We can make this work. Or can we? I need both. I need green circuits to make red circuits. But I need copper wire here as well. I think it's going to be easier for me to change the direction of this and bring my green circuits down here real quick. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to put these up in such a way that I can just do this. I don't think this is the most efficient. I don't think I need this many for a red circuit. I think I could do... I think if I offset this one, let me do that. Like this. I think I can do 2 red circuits out of 1. Stop, there's stuff going all over this place. I think I can do it like this. Let's try it out. 1 on each side. Broke the whole factory by removing a single power pole. That's always awesome. And then I need to bring electronic circuits down, and I need plastics over here. Maybe what we'll do is just switch the direction of this for now. Oh, we've got bases under attack down here. I hear you. I'm coming. Oh, goodness. All right, we needed another gun turret over here. Don't know how they're getting in there, but that's okay. And I need some more walls. Get that started. Let's fix this up. Let's get a power pole put in here. I'm going to put a big power pole right there. We'll fix it all up in a second. Okay. I see a broken belt. That's looking good. And then I need a whole bunch of ammo getting made. We'll start with what I've got in my inventory here, just to get me by. So bugs can stop bugging me long enough for me to get my factory up and running. That would be great. We're gonna have to build a giant wall over there soon, I think. All right, let's see. I was bringing in plastic and green circuits real quick. So what we're gonna do is bring the green circuits this way now. Mostly because I don't know how much of this I'm gonna need. We're just gonna kind of loop it around a bit. And the whole idea being that they need to come in on the front side here. I'm gonna need need some iron plates to make a bunch more of these. My sulfur processing research just got done. Perfect. We can start crafting all of that anytime now. And plastics. What I'm going to do then is have plastics come in underneath. We're back to making this other research. Let's get military research queued up. I don't know about explosives. Modular armor is always awesome. Batteries are necessary. Bulk inserter sounds amazing. I need to find my robotics thing here. Robotics. What else am I needing for robotics? The chemical science was what I needed. There it is. Get the right ones all queued up here. We'll finish off this physical projectile damage just because it's bugging me to have a half-finished research blocking the way here. And I'm going to bring my plastics, oops, down over here as well. And that way we'll have both coming in. All right. There and there, we've got all the materials we need to make red circuits, advanced circuits. And then I'm just gonna pipe them this way to be able to see them when they come out. Always helps to set your belts up right. All right. That's all going well. Our petroleum gas is all doing fine. We're having a hard time keeping up with the coal, so I'm going to change these out to fast inserters. There we go. Now it's looking good. And there's our first red advanced circuits. Now, what are we doing? We're researching this 30 times 100. I really need these science packs. I don't have the patience to sit there the whole time. We'll get the science going first, because that's a quicker research. And let's pick up some steel for our building supplies. A little bit more iron plates. Check on all the miners. That's all going well. This is all going well. Now that we've got gun turret, let's go down to the other spot here now, and I wanted to get a gun turret set up down below. I don't know why it's blue behind some of these things in my inventory. I don't know what causes it to be blue. Our oil is flowing through the pipes. A-okay. And I'm coming down here just to set up a gun turret in case things start to go crazy on this side of the world as well. Just gonna encase this for the time being. And ammo. Perfect. Armor-piercing rounds? Don't think I need those just yet. We'll make a bunch of extra ammo, though. And we're 7% away, 6% away from chemical science packs. Let's go up here and see what those are going to take to make. Oh, sulfur and engine units. That's all kinds of crazy stuff. My goodness. I'm I just need to get to robotics so that I can get drones, and then we'll start blueprinting stuff out and making our factories a little bit more sanely. But I suppose in the short term for that, do I just hand build some of these? I can't. I need a sulfur. Well, let's come over here to where we've got all this oil stuff going on, and let's look at the recipe for sulfur. Water and petroleum gas. Okay. So I need to bring some water down here, and then I can also do this. The sulfuric acid is iron plates, sulfur, and water. So I'm gonna need a lot of water down here is what I'm hearing. Let's go up here and get some water brought down from above. Right here, this is where I wish I'd left a gap. I guess the offshore pump doesn't actually require any materials, so I can just set up another one and it's just gonna plain work. We do need some more iron. Power's looking good, steam's looking good. I consume 6 seconds, or 6 water every 6 seconds. Output 60 to 60. Yep, I think I've got this all set up right. Let me get iron, that's plastic. Keep thinking I'm picking up these science packs when I run over the underground belts, but I'm not. Okay. Under offshore pump. We're gonna get one offshore pump going, and I'm gonna get a few more pipes going, or not pipes, but underground pipes. Offshore pump right here, and I'm gonna run it underground down to here. Okay. I'm gonna borrow some petroleum gas from this side of things to bring up here, and we're gonna run these chemical plants. So let me build a handful of these. Needed a bunch of gears apparently for that. Come on, come on. Just want one of these to get placed down. Alright. Oh, but I'm gonna need water and the petroleum gas to do this. Okay. Well, where am I gonna run the petroleum gas up from? Probably my left side. So if I just stick this like right here, is that gonna be enough room? Let's move it up here. We'll just put it in line with that water. Oh, I've got all these rocks right here though. I'll do it right there. And the thought process being I can skip like this. Run the water in, and then this is where the petroleum is going to come in. And I can have a little bit of space in case I need to get into any of these for some reason. Okay. We've got it. And then petroleum comes this way. And we'll run an underground petroleum up to here. That, like so. Yeah, I can sneak through these corner pieces or the underground pieces without problem. Alrighty. I need more power poles. Let's get some of these medium ones. Let's get some small ones. Let's even get some big ones. This is making sulfur. Okay. After I make sulfur, I can make sulfuric acid. But let's make 2 things of sulfur. And then the sulfuric acid is going to be just needing water with this sulfur and some iron pipes. All right. Well, let's get... let's get this figured out. I hooked up... Of course it's hooked up backwards. Hang on. Hang on. Let me rebuild this a little bit. Let's rethink our setup ever so slightly. If I run this into there, that doesn't leave me enough room to run the water pipe in, so I'll do it like this. This is going to be sulfur now. Okay, water's on the right. So I'm going to run this pipe like so. I think this is the way I want to do it. Boom. Okay. That's looking a little bit better. I'll put the power poles in here just to get it started. And now I'm cranking out sulfur. We will need to belt that sulfur out of here. Like so. We'll replace that pole with... Oh, that doesn't reach either. Well, we'll run this up here, I guess. And I'm gonna just get this over with. We're gonna start putting bigger poles down on the left side of this run. Perfect. Now I've got power. I've got sulfur. Let's do one more sulfur over here now. And I can run this like so. I'm gonna have my sulfur pipe run this way. And I should be able to continue to get through here. This is gonna be this way to this way. And the water goes up. I can run around these now. That looks good. Let's see if I can put one of these down for both. This belt will go up this way and run that way. Okay, I now have a double sulfur going, but we're running out of... I'm running out of coal there? What's the problem? Oh, plastic's backed up. Okay, no problem. I don't have enough petroleum gas to keep that going. No. We got 28 there. Fluid ingredient shortage. Well, it says I have a shortage. So we need more. And we have... Basic oil needs more crude oil. Okay. That's fine. We just hit our limit on crude oil. We don't have enough crude oil coming through from our pump jack. We can head back down here now that we've got a need for it. There's a whole bunch of nodes down here. And I built, I think, 5 of these pump jacks to get us going. And I think something's buzzing on my phone over here. Sorry. We're going to just get this oil set up. But I'm looking at the clock as I do that, and I am getting towards the end of the stream here. We've been really going to town on all of this early game Factorio stuff. We haven't yet gotten into any of the new Space Age stuff, but that's okay because part of going through this stage of Factorio now is that everything is just a little bit different than it used to be. We are learning the new science trees. Everything shows up kind of in a different spot is my understanding, and like I said at the beginning of the stream, I haven't played Factorio since pre-version 1. So we're getting back into learning how this all works. Oops, we're gonna run this over here. I'm gonna get all this oil hooked up, and we'll probably wrap things up for the day, but I'm super excited. We made a lot of good progress, and if we can manage to end the day with having gotten all of our tier 3 science components set up here, I think we're gonna be in a really good spot. So I'm just cleaning up these pipes. I really wanted to get to robotics, but it feels like that's going to be tomorrow's main win here, is getting robotics up and running and finally getting into what I feel is the core gameplay loop for Factorio. Everything up before that is just, it's just not the same. This goes there. This all gets deleted. And there's going to be a little bit of relearning how to play as soon as I get that robotic stuff going here too, because we'll have to remember how blueprints work and everything that goes along with that as well. This is going to come up like so, and then this pipe is going to come like that. There we go. All right, now I just need to get the power brought down over here, so we'll bring it right there. We'll get that set up, that set up. That'll cover both of those, and that'll cover both of those in case something goes wrong. Boom. Pump jacks everywhere. We now have lots and lots of oil, folks. But all right, well, with that, I think we're gonna wrap things up here. We've got lots of research done. We've got all the basic components in the base. We are going to move into blue science packs next episode and get the robotics unlocked and going. I know I'm a little bit repetitive here, but I'm excited because, well, we've been just trucking on this for a little bit now, and it feels good when everything starts to come together and we're no longer really struggling with any of the core components. Everything in the factory just runs. Our science just runs. I haven't had to think about it since we set it up, which is where you want to be in a game like this. Keep watching. I'll be back tomorrow between noon and 4 p.m. Eastern Time for more Factorio. My goal is to play all the way through this game, much like we just did with Satisfactory. If you didn't catch my Satisfactory streams, they are in a playlist with all of the original videos that I started out with. And yeah, I don't know, we're going to keep going with this and having some fun. That's all for today. Keterk out.